real, it's rare. Yeah, this shit is, man. Ellie, what up? Fuck. Walking out my bloody shit, fuck up in my bloody coat. When you leave this shit, gotta stay dangerous, what I'm telling you. Yeah. Never thought of police, just because he's blood, that don't mean he be your homie. Yeah. Shit is street life, I'm so tired of the street life. I'm so tired of the street life, tired of the street life. I'm just straight to the street life. I'm so tired of the street life. I really get it. Mama said me if a nigga gotta take a sense. Cause to be on me, niggas started trapping. Cause to be my bitch, but she ain't stick to the mess. Yeah. That's just what it is. Came from a small town, but trying to do it big. Sticking to the mission, gotta stick to the script. Trying to have a family, have a wife, and have some kids. You see, now I'm lonely. Supposed to be my baby, but my wife, she be my homie. Never thought she changed up, she ain't changed up. I'ma make sure that I follow my dreams, bro. Yeah. My body cool. When you leave this shit, gotta stay dangerous, what I'm telling you. Yeah. Never thought of police, just because he's blood, that don't mean he be your homie. Yeah. Shit is street life. I'm so tired of the street life. I'm so tired of the street life.
Listen to that Hustle on Mars album. Fire.
I'm so tired of the street life.
Most people demons, they don't really want shit, and they ain't got no reason. I just set your happiness and all the money you be seeing. They don't know them cold days, all the nights you wasn't eating. Fuck love is disappointing. Why she just be pointing? Fingers finding justifications that ain't important. I don't need you, bitch, I want you. Best remember that the streets calling. Sometimes don't answer, but won't call it back. Niggas call it elevation, really they just turn it back. Type to smile up in your face, but really want your spot in fact. Jealousy and envy got you walking around looking crazy. Jealousy and envy got you walking around with stress. Tired of the street life, mentality is all bad, but Lord, I got my peace right, so I'm just focused on the bag. I'm so tired of the street life.
The government is banning this $39 electric lighter next month, and this is your last shot to get the original high-powered version. There's a new next-gen electric lighter out there, and it's the most brutal one you'll ever own. But here's the bad news. In just a few weeks, regulators will force the only company that makes it to completely neuter its design. That means sluggish ignition, a pathetic flame, and a lighter that just won't deliver like this beast does right now. The current version, called Blazara, is unlike anything you've ever witnessed. That's because it doesn't burn butane, propane, or any gas at all. Instead, it unleashes pure ion pulse technology, generating an 1800-degree plasma inferno, savage enough to slice through metal in seconds. It's 100% electric, completely windproof, waterproof, and can ignite anything anywhere, no matter the chaos. Blazara was originally forged for military combat because the Army demanded a lighter that would keep blazing through rain, blizzards, and Arctic cold. But now civilians finally have access to it. Big retailers like Amazon and Walmart already refuse to carry it because of how insane it is. And now regulators are stepping in to neuter it even further. This current batch is the last time it will ever be sold in full power and performance. Once the downgrade hits, regulators will force changes to meet standard consumer safety limits, meaning less heat, a weaker flame, and a totally neutered lighter. So while this monster is still on the market, people are scrambling to snatch one before the restrictions crush it. This thing is built with military-grade armor, so it's going to outlast you. Perfect for camping, hiking, hunting, or even just torching the grill in your backyard. No more dealing with trash butane lighters that die the moment the wind picks up.
That's what I live. That's what I live. That's what I live. That's what I live. This paper out. that Hustle on Mars album. Santorio Hector, record producer. Had a ill life, y'all.
I'm flyer than the bird with the bird. Sitting about the words than a nerd kid. I'm on the curb with some work, smoking on blunts of purple from the herb land. Police heard that I served, so they hit the start in them blurred vans. And when they swerve, niggas running they hurt. Over they didn't observe. Then we all skirted and I heard it alone. Higher purple that we purchased in jars. Counting money, put it up in the stash. Then when you got Sparkins every the bar. Niggas hating cause they know I'm a star. I'm right at the sun and I'm burning the tar. Man, I'm running the game on your chicken. She letting me hit the kick cause she know that. Keep it pimping when I run in my gas. Never slipping while I'm doing my thing. And I ain't tripping, I'm just trying to get rid of this bitch. Niggas know that Chris is the name. I be making them plays. Getting shade. That nigga run up, getting hit with that thing. So get in your brain that I ain't playing. I do this for money, I don't do that thing. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. Yeah. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag. I ain't selling money. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag, bitch. I gotta get that bag.
Like and subscribe.
The gangster lane, the folks attacking on some gangster shit. I got a girl that'll give me brain. While I'm driving, that's my gangster bitch. Like that is night, cause I'm the pimp. Feeling nice, right? Enjoy real life. Just shit, follow me, whatever I do. They got no problem trying to get me rich.
Go check out that album, Hustle on Mars.
Do my shit on the hood, owe money, it's for show money, so no money.
From a gang chief, mafia associate, to a trader and an investor, to a regular human being living a legitimate lifestyle without no smut on my name doing it. Followed the whole code of America. Nah. Take my time for my crimes. Change my life. Don't tell on nobody. Don't rat on nobody. Don't gear nobody up because I got caught up in some madness. What's up to everybody in the live? I see. Nah, I'm Santorio Hector. I'm Santorio Hector plus Snoop a Crip. I'm a blood, homie. I'm a blood. I'm a blood who started out a vice lord. I'm a blood who started out a vice lord. And the homie came down here from Inglewood, California and bought the set. And I was raised by an Irish Italian man who was part Native American who was connected to the Jewish Mafia and the Cleveland Mafia. And I got sent for it like Donnie Brasco. Only this shit ain't no movie, it's real life. Cleveland had a very powerful mafia family. Go do your research. The mafia family in Cleveland called the first national mafia meeting ever at the Statler Hotel downtown. Giovanni De Anno. Io sono uomo Giovanni De Anno. E tu? Tu un uomo de honor? Are you a man of honor? I speak Italian. Yo hablo español. Yo hablo español qué? Como Kobe. I lived a different life. And if anybody that knows my story, I'm a Spanish Indian. I'm a Spanish Indian. I'm not African American. My blood type is O positive. My story is real, and so it's a lot to my story. You know, this is a reality YouTube channel about my life as a trader, but, you know, and an investor. But it was a path that I took for me to get to this path to understand that it was another type of fast money out here other than the money that's in the streets. And the real fast money is in the markets. The real fast money is in the markets. And you could never, unless you are bringing it in on the ships and the boats, you are not making the money. The risk to reward, in my opinion, for being in the street life as opposed to working hard and saving money and investing it into the market. Man, the risk to reward is like, man, what are you doing? If so just we have to wake up. But I'm a real gang chief is what I'm saying. I was a real gang chief. I'm talking about active in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk about, like, I done been in situations running down the street with bullets whizzing by my ear. You can hear bullets. Look the wrong way. You might be gone. Straight ahead, bullets. Motherfucker shooting behind you. I died and God brought me back. That's another story. I mean, just stay with me on the journey. Go check out the records. My albums and the records and the artists that I collaborate with across the country, from New York to California, from the north to the south, from the east to the west. If you go listen to the projects, if you go listen to the records that I put out, Santorio Hector featuring such and such. And when you see a song that says Santorio Hector featuring Young Lee, that's that artist's particular song. The way the digital music industry and market is, when you do an album, even if it's that artist's particular track, it still has to say Santorio Hector featuring, even if I'm not on the song. So just because it says Santorio Hector featuring, if it says Santorio Hector featuring Young Lee, listen, that's still Young Lee's track. I'm not on that track. It just says featuring him because he's being featured on my compilation album. So go listen to the projects, go listen to the albums, and, check out the records, and don't be a hater, and learn to invest and get yourself in the market. My life, I was a gang chief. I was a gang chief, real talk, you know what I'm saying? In the streets, moving around, drugs and fiends and women of the night and the life for real. And now, man, to me, the best money that you can get is out the stock market. For the risk to reward, you take a chance of turning $2,500 into $8,000. You hold the stock for a year to 5 years, and it might do it in a year, and we jack off $2,500 a year smoking weed. Some of us smoke so much weed, ounces of weed, good weed by the ounce costs $500 an ounce and above. For the real shit that don't make it to the everyday streets. Oh, that shit you motherfuckers smoking that's $150, $200, $300 an ounce. That's not the shit that the motherfuckers in Humboldt County smoke. They personal smoke. Motherfuckers, they devalue the price of everything. So as you start dealing with some motherfuckers that got a poor mentality and act like you're supposed to bring the price of some high price shit down to a level that they can fucking afford it, you won't be smoking this shit. Just like you won't be owning these stocks because you got shook out. Poor mentality, having people, every time a stock go up $2 or $3, they sell it. The industries and the hedge funds is having a ball out of this shit. The more poor mentality ass motherfuckers that they get into the market that don't develop their psychological mind and learn how to deal with their trauma before they jump into this market, and then you got some woman in your ear talking about, I thought that stock supposed to be doing some and you got 20 shares, and every time it go up $2 or $3, you trying to trade it and think you could jump out and jump in. You can't do that with every stock. Those is with small penny stocks that you're supposed to take your profit immediately. You bought the shit at $1 and it go to $3, nigga, and you miss all your profit trying to hold to 10, nigga. You bought it at $1. You bought 1,000 shares at $1. You got 1,000 shares for $1. It go to $3. That's $3,000, nigga. At least take 2,000 out and let the 1,000 that you initially started with keep going. If you want to try to see if it's gonna go to 10, don't just be greedy. Then the poor mentality is not letting the stock run up and catch your real profit. You bought the stock At 165, it went to 169. You trying to sell and get $3 off profit off 10 shares. Come on, man. That shit about to go to 250. I'm just saying, I'm from the street. I'm from the street. They used to be trying to wonder how I flip my pack, how I get the fuck, how I was making what I was making off the pack. Cause shit, after 12 midnight, in my trap, a $5 piece is now 20. We open all fucking night long. Go somewhere and find you a regulation $20 rock at 2:30 in the morning. Go ahead. You're welcome to go ahead. Don't come back and knock on my fucking door. You either taking this motherfucker, you ain't finna make my shit hot either. You either get this $5 piece for 20, cause it's after midnight, it's after 1 o'clock, or you can fucking go wandering in the middle of the night, and this shit is good dope. Tomorrow at regular hours, regulation 20's back on deck. that's how double quadruple what I'm supposed to make off my pack. Motherfuckers panic. Netflix just just made a deal to buy Warner Brothers for $72 million. That ain't shit but a drop in the bucket of their revenue. And I'm not politically correct. I'm trying to, get my language together and stop cursing and all of that. But at this point, if you follow my channel and you support me, I'm trying to get you to realize, like, I'm a old nigga who just stopped selling drugs. Like about maybe 4 years ago, I caught a heroin. I was selling drugs and still pimping hoes because I ain't had no choice, because I ain't had no help, and I was fresh out of prison making $8.50 an hour. But I would take any job just to have a job. That don't mean I still didn't have to hustle on the side. I still had to fucking hustle on the side to provide for my wife and her children. My children, paying child support. Like, from the time I got out of prison in 2013 up until a few years back, it was a bumpy ride. I got out of prison in 2013 with a wild ass mentality. I almost did a half a decade in prison. Had never been in prison before. I'm glad I caught my time when I was older, but at the same time, I had to have a different mentality in prison because I had to run the gang inside. We had to violate people. I took a violation just to show motherfuckers that I stand on this shit too. Like and subscribe. How we got 10 people? How y'all coming in and out there, man? Like the gang podcasters, man, they different than us in financial literacy. They be flipping. The gang podcasters, Kev Mack and Compton, Rick Rock and C-Mac. Man, it's funny how you people in the legitimate world don't give as much support as people in the other world that I'm from, man. The gang podcast is making $100,000 every 90 days off a podcast from gang content. Got thousands of views. I watch them and look and keep up with the gang podcasting segment because I'm a non-active blood. And I'm in the music industry, and I go to California, and I go to other places where it's Damus and where the homies is at, and I'm nationally recognized as a blood. By Bloods and Crips and GDs and BDs and, you know what I'm talking about, other tribes. This shit is real in Ohio. No fake Bloods in Ohio. The homies really came here with that dope pack. When the Bloods and the Crips was migrating to expand drug territories to finance the wars that they was having with one another in California. This is the history that I'm going to talk about in my book, Migrations, that talk about the different areas that my mama's brother got sentenced to 19 years in the feds, Ohio Crip conspiracy case. My uncle was a neighborhood Crip, Eastside Linwood neighborhood Crip. No, I watched my uncle get sentenced to. I was at almost every day of my uncle's trial, and the other Crip homies from Linwood, Ohio Crip conspiracy case, federal courthouse, downtown Cleveland. I watched my uncle get sentenced to 19 years in the feds. I didn't think I never was gonna see him again. I figured I'd be dead before he get out. All praises due to a law. Yo, so, I changed my life. This is what I do all day. We bringing the portfolio back up. I started doing this shit a year ago in July. I traded part-time. I only been trading full-time since July. So trading part-time from last July to April, I had an $83,000 portfolio. I started with $183. I started with less than $200 doing this shit. Anybody could do it. Learn how to invest. Learn how to invest. And go check out my albums on all music platforms featuring artists from New York to California. Real homies, real bloods from California, from Sacramento. You know what I'm talking about? Real bloods from Texas, from San Antonio. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, real bloods from Atlanta, from the Bay. Real Pyrus. You feel me? Real GDs. On my albums, on my projects, these records being listened to all over the world. In Africa, we going up. In Europe, in England, and the Netherlands, they in France and Spain, they loving our music. Is you crazy? Are you crazy? Yes. It's that part of the game. And this is what we doing. And it don't stop. Shit don't stop. Everywhere we go, them thug life niggas at the door. Rest in peace, Tupac and Biggie, and all the hip hop greats that have passed away. DMX, you know what I'm talking about? Prodigy, you know what I'm talking about? Man, Coolio, man, Humpty. You feel me? Man, it's so many to name in the culture. We need to revive it. We need to revive it. We need to bring purity back. We need to bring pure thoughts back. We need to teach our children about God and the law. We need to teach these youngest that women and children are not involved. You do not do hits on your enemy when they with their mothers and their daughters and their girlfriends. Where did they get you people from? Like, this is not, the code of the streets was always the code of the streets, and even gangsters have morals and ethics and gave to the church and all that. The real mafiosos, like this is fake gangsterism going on. And everybody with this social media fake gangsterism, you know what I mean? And the breaking of the rules and the allowing of the rules to be broken, man, bring the Tulsa King movement back. That's what the real nueve mafiosos look like, a mixed family, like, because you just can't be just like racist and like, the world must be integrated. Race is not even determined by skin color. That's a facade and an illusion. African men who are descended from African, sub-Saharan African slaves will have a blood type of B positive or B negative. Old-blooded people like myself, which can only take blood from other old-blooded people, whether they white O's or brown O's, but can give blood to anybody, are the universal man and woman, the descendants of the lost tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth to be gathered in the last day, who are descendants of Joseph's children, Ephraim and Manasseh. Go read your Bible. And that's why he gave Joseph a coat of many colors, symbolic of the different complexions and colors of the people. Race is not determined by color. And this was a hatred and a stereotype that started in America. And go read the book H.G. Wells and read the description of a dark white. 3 types of whites: Aryans, Alpine, and dark white. And he said dark whites came from a whitish color to a high yellow to a strong brown. But that's neither here nor there. Go check out the records, man. We trading the market, man. Man, in my opinion, you paying $22, $26 to stream on Netflix and you don't own it, while shares $100 a share, and they busted the shares down 10 for 1 stock split. So regular everyday people, this is your opportunity to be able to invest in Netflix, a stock that last month was $1,300 a share, and a stock that in 2014 was like $7 a share, from $7 to $1,300. If you got $3,500, $2,000 worth of that shit in 2013, you are good. Like, and so let's not make the same mistakes. You know, in my opinion, every American should invest, so that at $100 a share, even if you put $50 every other week, that means you'll get have 2 shares. You'll buy 2 shares a month if you got it at this price. But you know, I'm the type, I would have been out door dashing and Uber and trying to make $200 a night and buy 2 shares a day. So, you know, I got to get up off this phone. I'm still trading. It's Friday, and it's 3 o'clock, 1 hour left in the market.